personal income tax is a tax levy on the annual chargeable income. So a lot of students will first think, ask, sure, what is annual chargeable income? So annual income without the word chargeable, annual income is how much you earn every year, right? Like for example, let's say you monthly earn $2,000, right? So 2,000 times 12, that will be your annual income, right? And then what is chargeable income? Chargeable income, okay, is after you pay all the, after you have all the so-called discount. So in tax, the so-called discount is the word relief, okay? It is the same meaning as discount, okay? Because some students don't understand what is the word relief. But actually the relief means discount. But discount, it doesn't mean that your money they will eat up. Some students may say, oh, they will take away my annual salary. No. Just because your 100%, if your 100% is high, then of course, let's say 10% of a higher 100%, higher 100%, that means it's very high income tax, right? But if they give you discount on your so-called 100%, which is your reference, okay, then whatever tax that you pay will be lower because your reference, which is your 100%, is lower now. So that 100% that you are going to use to calculate the tax, that's called your chargeable income. And that is after the so-called relief. Okay, so let's do some, let's read the question a bit. Okay, now let me digest a little bit on how this table works. So your chargeable income, if you, let's say you earn maybe 20,000 for that year, after all your relief and everything, your chargeable income is, let's say, 20,000. So the good news is, if let's say 20,000, you don't pay any tax, zero, right? But so this table actually is like so-called you earn more money, they will tax you more, okay? Because you can see that the percentage is 2, 0, 2, 3.5, 7, 11.5, 15, 18, and then 19%, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is first 20,000 is $0. So this one means that, let's say example, let's example that your annual income is, let's say, 28k. Okay, 20k, not annual income, sorry, chargeable income is 28k. So the 28k, the first 20k is zero tax. Okay, so you still have a balance 8k, right? So this balance 8k fall into the category called next 10,000, and then you got to pay 2%. So this 2%, you have to take 2% of the 8k. Okay, so it's 8,000 multiplied by 0.02, which is $160. So you say, oh, the first 20k is like no need to charge, no need to tax you, but then the 8k is taxable, which is at 2%. So it means that for the whole year, you only pay $160 income tax. Okay, then how about the next one? What does the next one mean? The next one means that, let's say for example, now your chargeable income is, let's say, 35k. Okay, so if you are 35k, you look at the first row. The first row, the total is 30,000. So that means you are 35,000, you're no longer eligible for the first row, right? Then you go to the second row. The second row is 30 plus 10, that means 40,000. It means that when your chargeable income is between 30k to 40k, means you are looking at the second row. So the second row, they already help you to calculate that, okay, the 30k, okay, you have to pay 200 tax. And then the next 10,000 in this case is the next 5,000, because 35,000 minus 30,000, I only left with 5,000 in the total. Okay, this 5,000, I have to calculate 3.5% tax. So this 5,000 multiplied by 0.035, that will give you 175. So 200 plus 175, so in total you have to pay $375 tax. Right? So this is how you interpret this table. Okay, so now of course I don't need to continue already, because the next one, the following row simply means that the higher chargeable income you have, then you just move up the table. Okay, now let's take a look at Mr. Lee. So Mr. Lee is married and he stay with both his parents. Okay, he was entitled to the following tax deductible. The tax deduction and relief is the same thing. In case it's like, hey, what are all these words? They just, yeah, okay. Earn income relief. In other words, this one, as long as you are working, okay, you have this $1,000 relief. Spouse relief means that if you are married, you are also entitled to this $2,000 relief. Parent relief is, they say that 9,000 per parent, and this one say that he stay with both his parents, means father mother lah. That means 9,000 times 2 lah. Okay, take note, this is not the amount that government give you. This is just the amount that is discounted from your annual income. It's like, for example, your annual income is 50,000, example. Then maybe you minus off all this, maybe you are only 30 plus K. Then 30 plus K, then I just use the second row can already. But if let's say you are 50K, got no relief, and nothing is up, then you got to go to the upper tier, means you got to pay 7%. Okay, so that's how the so-called relief or discount work. Next is, they said CPF contribution, 20% of the gross income. That means based on your so-called annual income, you actually pay CPF 20%. So they are saying that they allow you to deduct this amount relief from your annual income so that you can have a lower chargeable income, right? Because that money go to the CPF, right? It did not come to me, So then if people will think, the money never come to me, it's not my CPF, why you go and charge based on this amount? So they so-called give you this relief, Okay, so now this one a little bit tricky. usually they will tell you, okay, they will tell you what is the annual income, then they give you the relief, and then you will find out what is the chargeable income, and then you will find out how much tax to pay, correct? This question I purposely asked my team to find, that they give you the tax that he has to pay to the government, and then you got to work backwards. You got to work backwards to find out what is the annual income. Okay? So the first is, you find out that this income tax payable, which is 9567, belongs to which row? Belongs to which row? So let's go up and analyze. Okay, so this one is, let's say, if you look at this side, if maximum, I also pay $200 only. Of course, I'm not going to look at here, right? So now let's take a look at, let's say this one. Maximum means if it's 80K chargeable income, you pay 550 plus 2008. So ours is 9,000 plus, 9,000 plus. So this is also out. This one add together is about 7,900. So this is also out. Of course, all of these are out. So high chart, yes, possible is this. You know why? Because this is 13,000 plus. Okay, but the tax I pay is 9,000 plus. So it means that my chargeable income belongs to this row. Okay, it means that my chargeable income is between 120 to 160,000. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first, this 7950 is a confirmed one because this is the first 120,000. So I'm going to just take the 9567. Okay, I split into two parts. 7950, 7950. This is the first 120K, correct? Okay, so 7950 is first 120K. And then after that, I cannot use 6,000 because it is not the full 40,000. So what I'm going to do is take this 9567 minus this 7950. Okay. Over here, there is this income tax of 1617. And this 1617 is based on 15%. So I need to find out what is the reference. So I will take 15%. This is 1617. And then let's find out what's the 100%. So just take 1617 divided by 15, which is 1. Then multiply by 100. So over here, the reference is 10780. So the first 120,000 is charged as this 7950. And then this 10780, they charge the 1617 tax. Still, the total chargeable income, the keyword is the word chargeable income, is 10780 plus 120,000. That means the total chargeable income is 130,780. But this is not my final answer. This is only the chargeable income. Then I've got to work backwards to add back all the relief, correct? So let's see. Okay. So I'm going to add back. Okay. So 1,000 plus 2,000 plus 2 times 9,000 because 2 parent. Okay, let's calculate this amount first because the other one a little bit try. 1,000 plus 2,000 plus 18,000. The relief was 21,000. Okay, and then this one is we do not know what is the gross income, but I can let it be X. So I will have 130,780. I'm going to plus this 21,000. Okay, and then I'm going to plus what? I'm going to plus the 20% of the gross income, which I don't know what is it. I let it be X lah. So I let the gross income be X. This one, I let it be X. So is equals to, how are you going to, it's equals to X. Tricky, tricky. See now, this plus the 20% of the X is equals to the gross income. Okay, gross income. So how are you going to do this? All you need to do is to bring this one over. So it's like 1x minus 0.2x. And then this one you add together, 130,780. That will give us 151,780. And this means it's 0.8x. Then our x is simply just take 151,780 divided by 0.8. And that will give us 189,725. Ta-da! So that means this is his gross income.